train these models. We have some sort of center of excellence, right, which is distributed, and we have contributors from various fields to this topic. And our team, since we are like a methodological team, and we own methods, right, and we actually in the center of that, right, we change the ways how EY teams deliver and even sell. And sometimes we try to crystallize the ultimate benefit of a project for clients and make it very easy to understand by our practitioners. We have we use artificial intelligence in learning, in knowledge share, right? So that we can onboard junior team members as well, right? So that they can have all necessary information right in front of them, because we employ bright brains, right? And we need them equipped with the procedures, examples, and everything that we have inherited, but not to replace their own thinking. So if you can think about project management institution or lean management methodologies, everything like that, our methodology is like a synthesis of the best knowledge around the world. Talking about your second question on audit and the implication of this technology in audit, I'm not like authorized to speak on it, but I know for sure that we have improvements for years already, right? Which help us to collect and analyze data at speed, right? And with this AI technology, right, we test the concepts how it can be like a more predictable analytics, so that it not only rely on our existing data, but it can predict the behavior going forward. But we have quite strict rules around application of AI on job, right? And we really have so we advise other companies and enterprises to add ethic philosophy and tests into their implementation projects, but we also follow that approach ourselves. So we are quite conservative in this as well.
Thank you so much. Unfortunately, we don't have time for more questions, but in the break, if you do have questions, you have a chance to ask additional questions. Okay, thank you, Monica. So this is great that your company is taking leadership and especially taking care about regulations, which are really important. I personally like the part that you said that the narrative, we can look at artificial intelligence as a tool, as a weapon, or as a competitor. So I think it will help a lot, depending what position you take. Now I would like to invite you to, and I would like to present you a certificate of appreciation.
Unfortunately, I didn't Google for that job to finish. Oh.
Yes, and now we go. Appreciation. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, we have a next presenter coming, and I am super excited because the company Ascar is representing has changed the world, has changed our lives. Ascar has completed a master's degree in information systems from KIMEP University, a GE from International Higher Business School, and PhD from KIMEP University of Computer Sciences. And now we will learn about Google company and what opportunities we all have with Google solutions. Okay.
Organizing this exchange with the academia, scientists, practitioners, students. Actually,
there is a quicker. Yeah, there is something with the microphone. If you would kind of keep it close, or speak louder.
And it's so cool that length of talk is 30 minutes, 40 minutes is true. AI forum, because we had participated in the conference in Astana, and they did 8 minutes. 8 minutes for the speaker. In 8 minutes, I think companies can only make advertisement or whatever, not proper discussion. And I will not do advertisement Although when previous speaker was asking who is using ChatGPT, I didn't raise hand because I use Google Bard. I think it's nicer. And in this talk, first part about Google ecosystem. Google developers ecosystem. It's not actually only for developers, for everybody. And then second part will be how AI tools can be Google's AI tools and others can be used by you. And actually, we had even recently a meetup. There was a guy from India. He came. He was a Google expert. His name was Redrash. I think his name is Redrash. He came from Bangalore. It's a big IT capital of India. Actually, they have 3 IT capitals. It's a huge country. And he had a list where to go. He said, so I go to Almaty, Green Bazaar, then he'll go have dinner Dosta Plaza. Next morning he went to Charum, and on the way back he went to Finder. Next day he went to Medel. He all had this list generated by AI, and he did this 30 minutes. He did this in his home in half an hour. And I will show you. I asked him, how did you do it? And he showed me for free the tool. I will show you in the middle of presentation. We Google developers has a lot of parts. Actually, 5 parts. This is just first which is most useful for everybody because it was so useful for me. It's still useful. It's communities. We have Tashkent community, Google community. Everybody can be part of it. Women tech makers in Bishkek, they did some certification study for cloud AI. Istanbul, actually in Japan, in Korea, in US, Europe, MENA, everywhere we have, in big cities, we have communities. And paradox, in some big cities in Dubai, small community, only 50 people. In a place like Tashkent, 3,000 people. We launched last year accelerator Google for startups. Jointly with Astana, it serves all regions. It has to serve several countries. People from Georgia is a country, Mongolia, Azerbaijan, any countries around us, they use services of accelerator. You can also use. And we have student clubs. We even have one in KIMEP, just launched. If here we have not only students, we have senior people, we have experienced people, you mentor others, you can mentor. You can be Google developer experts, just like Vijash. You don't have to be employees of Google. You can just be excel at some of the technology, Google's technologies, and then you can mentor others in the form of YouTube streams or articles in some blogs, whatever. And you can have the status. Then Google will be sending you to conferences, to meetups, pay for your hotel, and play. But taxi you have to pay yourself because this is community work. And this vice versa, if we organize some meetup, for example, in Almaty KIMEP, we can access 1,000 experts from all over the world, different companies. We have even Microsoft employees being Google experts. We have, even in our Central Asia, we have 5 of them so far. This is actually my job to make them more in quantity. We had only 1 2 years ago, now 5. It's really good. And this is in Central Asia. Google, unfortunately, Google don't have office in Central Asia. I belong to Dubai office. I work remotely from Almaty. And this is our communities. Google works via communities. You can have dialogue, you can go to conferences via communities. This is your access, our access. I was also a community member before Google invited me to work for them. And we support major conferences, Digital Bridge and President Tech Award in Uzbekistan, also big one. For Google Student Clubs. Google Student Clubs is unique. It has opportunity, it's just a bridge to access Solution Challenge. Solution Challenge is hackathon. People actually, by secret, people who win, they're not only students, sometimes it's working professionals, like people from Ernst Young and compete. they have one student in the team and is qualified as student team, but sometimes people do this. And last year we had even 3 teams from Central Asia. They went to top 100, and one team went to top 10. They outperformed Japan, US, Korea, and they were beaten by some Southeast Asians eventually, unfortunately, but still good result. The pictures, the guy John Davis is the judge. He is head of Google Play. When you submit Android apps, he is reviewing it. And Rachel from San Francisco office, she is overseeing student clubs. And this team, joint team, Nazarbayev University and TB2, they were pitching with some project, and none of the project is startup, is prototype. It's still in the phase of just a prototype, no need to have real customers, just make some app, shoot a YouTube video about it, 2 minutes, show it to users, get feedback, make it to video, submit, and wait, maybe you'll be in top 100. If you'll be top 100, then Google will contact you, they will do mentoring, they will teach you, and if you're top 10, these guys receive $1,000, and if top 3, they receive $4,000, and also further help from Google. But nothing goes from miracles, nothing happens just out of nothing. We were actually preparing. This is some picture of me preparing, having session preparation last year. And same we did in Tashkent. So we need just a little bit more time to prepare solutions. And we have tips to win. Oh, this is old presentation. Okay, no problem. Because I submit 2 presentations. Second, no, there is no second. Okay, no worries, I will do this. So I just made a graph for this, but I can send you later if someone interested. This is solution challenge application open after 5 days from December. And how to win? There are some sustainable goals, poverty, water problems, etc. All of it we have in Central Asia. Anything you try to solve this poverty, and it will have big chances to win. And you need a good story. Unfortunately, these teams who win, all of them had professional YouTube people. In this team, they had a professional YouTuber. She also a student from TB2. In another team, also some blogger. How you tell story in this solution challenge matters. Not only code. They don't only look at code. Google developers finalizing this first part. It's a global team. If you fly, for example, I was flying a few years ago to Estonia, and if you've been to Estonia, you know people there, if you go to room, they don't even say hi to each other. They don't socialize because it's very cold. There's no friends. And I write to one GDG, community member, I am GDG Almaty, he GDG Tallinn, and he said, yeah, you are GDG, I will meet you. And he said, I organize a meetup. He organized, and there were 5 people. It's okay for Estonia, but we make friends with him because GDG community. You can go any country, you will have friends if you're part of GDG. This is our team who support communities. I call ourselves technical support. Although this is my boss, I think he will not like this term. He resides in Dubai office physically. He overseeing Middle East, North Africa, 15 countries, and Caucasus, Central Asia, and Turkey and Azerbaijan. Beza specifically focusing on Turkey and Azerbaijan. She lives in Ankara. And I support Central Asia and Mongolia, and also Afghanistan. And I live in Almaty most of the time. Sometimes we have to fly to Dubai to be there physically, but most of the time we return work remotely. So if you have interest in communities, do let me know. You know, second part of the talk about actually Google technologies. And we have big secret, although it's not a secret anymore, it was big. Gemini, somebody heard, not many people, Google preparing Gemini. Actually, there is no AI researchers, AI engineers in Google. In Google, they have software engineers and just researchers, scientists. research anything, no any problem. Engineers also do any coding. A lot. All of them, from February, all of them doing only AI. They think how to put generative AI in all products. Everything, Gmail, Google Docs, Sheets, there is Duet AI. Duet AI will be released tomorrow. Sundar will speak. It's about if you work in Excel, but I think there is like Excel, Google Sheets, same stuff. It will do some work for you automatically. Your assistant. In Excel, they don't have it yet. In Google Sheets, you can do it. And any 1,000 examples, because I don't want to waste your time on these examples. And this is, I also put in my new presentation, which I said at night, so it's not, no worry that it's not here, but I put the QR code. There was an app. So this is guy, British. He made in 30 minutes his app, which plans everything for him, where to travel. He even took airplane ticket via this app. And he didn't do any coding, he only did HTML. In school, we did in 10th grade HTML forms. He did 3 forms: city where you depart, your money, budget, how much money you have, and where you want to go. Only these 3. And then he logged in this service. It's called MakerSuite. It's also super fresh. Nobody knows about it. MakerSuite. It's like ChatGPT. We in ChatGPT, easy. We go log in and we ask questions in human language. But we cannot do some software with it, some tool, because we need to pay extra. With MakerSuite, same like ChatGPT, but there is button, generate code. You click one button and it creates as a code, or you can create for you API. Most of us know, or most of us don't know, is just address where you ask question and it gives you response. And behind this address, there is all Google's models, LLMs, Geminis. There are like tens of them, and it asks them and then gives response to you. And you build your any app like Visual did based on these APIs. It's called PalmAPI, and there are like not even more than 10 of them. But for me as a developer, I only, if I want, I only can do simple HTML, and I take this API and work with it. And that's why it only takes half an hour to build AI tool based on this MakerSuite stuff. And it's free. It's really cool. If there, some of you are doing startups, web projects, and you want to access this, you can have Google Cloud. And Google gives, I think this year, next year, they will be giving away $350,000 worth credits for Google Cloud. It will suffice like for big startup for 2 years, no problem. Do anything. I think I talked too fast with my breath. Need to do workout. And what's Google Cloud? All AI, data analytics capabilities, everything which they could imagine code, they just put it on Google Cloud, and they give access externally via simple web browser. Not only, I mentioned not only for developers. I'm not a professional developer. I was working as a product manager, and I tried to work as data analyst, but I was not smart enough, so I stayed on the more of marketing stuff side, etc. But even I use it because they have BigQuery. Who had a situation in Excel when you load 10,000, 100,000 lines, and you press execute some macros, and it freezes. One guy had 2 people. It freezes. I also had terrible, and I'm sure in people doing audit and nursing, they also have the situation. A lot of data. In Google search, if you search, it search every second, not 10, 100,000 millions lines, and it doesn't freeze. because they have BigQuery database, and on Google Cloud, I can access BigQuery directly, and I can do my queries like Excel, but it works in 1 second, any amount of data, because I use same servers with Google Search use. It's all here. And I'm not doing coding job, I'm doing analytical thing. I can do just any stuff. This is learning. If you want just to upgrade a little bit, for example, I didn't understand anything about LLMs. I still know only a little bit. When I was trying to name some libraries for you, I said 10 of them because I only remember one. But there are a lot. And I did some learning. I still do here in Cloud Skill Boost generative AI fundamentals. It's usually $20, but if you go via community, if you're part of community, it's free. So you can learn anything and get the page. I put it to my LinkedIn just in case as a certificate. And it's fast. Android, we have quite a lot of events every time in every city, big city in Central Asia already these days. This is my context. Mostly, if you need any technical organizational questions, mostly I'm fast on Telegram. I reply same day. And also my email in small letters. You cannot read it, but this you can scan. And subscribe to our YouTube channel. And we have all streamings available on YouTube channel. And thank you for taking time to read this. We can have more Q&A sessions if you have any questions.
Yeah, thank you so much. Questions? No, microphone.
Thank you for your lecture. I have a question. Would you kindly advise how it's work when I typing or searching some information? I can see the ads from Google on computer, on my browser's phones, and how does it work? How, if you can.
Yeah, understood. This is retargeting. This is marketing stuff. Any marketing guy can explain better than me. They store your story of browsing in cookies. If you're tired of this advertisement, you can go history in your browser and delete cache. Delete cache and it will go away.
Thank you for your presentation. And my question is about solution challenge you mentioned in the beginning. And you said something about being a famous YouTube bloggers or having a YouTube blog. So that means, for example, I do not have any YouTube blog, or I don't do it, or any of my relatives do it. Does it mean that I have a really low chance of getting and succeeding at challenge solution?
I didn't say great question. I didn't say famous YouTube bloggers. I said professional YouTube bloggers who are good at doing videos. And you can any video. You don't have to be YouTube, Instagram, whatever. Unfortunately, I'll stop recording. I was streaming to our YouTube channel.